everyone, I'm Angela. Welcome and welcome back to Angela's Fashion Mix. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a fantastic day. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. This is where I talk about fashion, things that are related to fashion. I offer some style tips as well as periodic DIYs, but overall, just how to enjoy our wardrobes more, how to incorporate new pieces into what we already have, how to enjoy the old pieces that we have, just create new opportunities to create new looks from day to day. If you are on Instagram, I'm also there, and that's where you see more of my day to day with regard to how I pull my looks together from my closet. I also share that here and on TikTok. Today, I'm talking about some basic things that I like to have in my wardrobe that help expand my wardrobe and give me a lot of variety in terms of how I get dressed day to day. If you're looking for ways to maximize those pieces that you have, what I'm sharing today may help give you some ideas with regard to how to do that. So if you are new and you have not yet heard, my favorite color is black. I wear it a lot in a variety of different ways, and I'll show you some of that today. And I'm also incorporating brown and a little bit of blue, and somewhere in there, I think for those basics, even though we're in late spring, we still go to work, and a lot of the summer pieces may or may not work in the work environment. So I'm just sharing some things that might help get through some days when you're trying to figure out what to wear and maybe haven't considered some color options, or maybe just haven't figured out some pieces that will work well together. So I'm sharing with you how I put my pieces together to create some of the looks that I'm sharing. Some of the photos you've seen before, but I'm breaking down those pieces today and how those looks came to be. But before I do that, I had a question about my jewelry displays. And I have a few of them for the more delicate pieces that I have. And just to keep them from getting tangled or getting broken, because they are more on the delicate side, I use the display stands. And I found these at, I believe, Michael's. They're sometimes at Walmart, but those are the places that I've purchased them from. They come typically in three sizes. This is the small, the medium, and the one you see in the back there is the large. And they range from about $4 to about $14, depending on the size. And like you see, there are different styles. These I found on sale, and I believe I've seen these at Ross as well. So that is where I found these. And again, I use these for more delicate pieces so they don't get mixed up and tangled in with some of the other things that I have hanging. So I just wanted to mention that. Also, I want to mention the dress from Temu, the pink one. I love this dress, and in the last video, I mentioned that it was shorter than I want it to be. Now, when I put it on, what you saw with it being just around my knee, that is where it starts, but it starts to get shorter as I moved around. And that was why I mentioned the height for someone that may be a little bit shorter. I'm 5'7". If you're around that 5'3", 5'4" range, that length at the knee might fall just there for you. But be mindful that it may inch up a little bit. So I'm going to have to extend this a little bit to just get me a little more in my comfort zone. I typically don't wear things above the knee. Sometimes I'll wear shorts that is right at the knee, but they're not going to move. So for this fabric and with the stretch in it, that was what I was referencing with to why I felt it was too short. So I wanted to make you aware of that. So let's get into what today's video is about. And I'm sharing those pieces that I think are going to be appropriate for work, and how I came up with some of the looks that I'll be showing you. Now, what I think is essential to my wardrobe, and sometimes just in terms of not having to wear a blouse, I think camis are a great solution for that. I have them in a variety of colors, but I think these basics are going to get you through most scenarios. White or an off-white, and this caramel color, or something in this family, or maybe even nude, and of course black. So if you're running late one morning and you can't figure out what blouse to put on, you can always possibly opt for a camisole. And if they have decorative detail or some lace or some other detail on it that's going to show below a blazer, these are a great option and a great alternative to a blouse. Some of you have mentioned that you were trying to find ways to elevate a little bit, ways to come out of jeans, or ways to incorporate some things with your jeans. So I think these are an opportunity to just try something a little bit different. And with regard to price, these are so very affordable. I typically don't pay over $15 for a camisole, and that's on the high side. Most of the time, they're under 10. And Ross is a great place, I think, for that under $10 price point to give you some nice options. So I've seen them there. Of course, you can get them at Macy's, you can get them at Rainbow, you can get them at Target. They're everywhere. So I would say add these to your wardrobe. These are going to be awesome in fall through winter, but also we need them sometimes for our summer pieces. So that's the camisoles. So I'm going into brown. Brown is one of those colors that I used to never wear. You could not have paid me to wear brown back in the day. And somewhere along the way, maybe I just matured in my colors, but now brown is one of my favorite colors, even in summer. Now, of course, your weights are going to vary depending on your fabric. I think brown is a great alternative to black. It's a staple and it's so very versatile when it comes to color options. So if you're going monochromatic, of course, that's one way. But brown is so very versatile. It's neutral and it's going to go with a variety of things. As you can see, it works well with red, like I'm wearing. That is a great color combination. You've seen me in it before. So I say consider brown. If you haven't worn or don't wear brown, I think this is a great addition. And of course, you could do so in a skirt, or you can do so in slacks. And of course, for summer, you can do shorts or a gaucho style. That's also going to be a great option. If black is too much, if it's too harsh, then consider navy. Navy is a great option. And like brown, it's very versatile. It's going to go with a variety of colors and a great way to add in a variety of pieces. Again, you can do this in skirts, you can do it in shorts, long, or a knee length, either way. But blue is one of those colors that's going to give you a lot of versatility, especially in navy. So that is one of my recommendations. And of course, we're going to talk about black. And I'm going to start with the dress. And it's an A-line dress. But I think A-line styles are very complementary to a variety of body types. But also, it's very easy to transition from one season to another. It's also a great option to dress up or dress down. You could definitely put a sandal on with this or a lower heel pump. I typically wear a higher heel, but an A-line dress is going to be a great option for the workplace. It's a great option for church. It's a great option for dinner, and it can be dressed up in a variety of ways. That's one option I think we just all need to have. And if you don't wear black and you wanted to pull this in a navy or in a brown, that's also going to be a great opportunity with that. I have a lot of black bottoms, a variety of options with regard to skirts, with regard to longer length, with regard to wide leg, with regard to texture. All of it's here. And I find that having a lot of different options when it comes to black bottoms just opens up a world of opportunity. One, because not all shoes look good with all hemlines, not all styles look good with all bottoms, not all tops are going to look good with all bottoms. There are things that are not going to work for a certain style. So I like having a lot of different options so that if one piece doesn't work, another piece will. So what you're seeing here in my bottoms, these cover all seasons. So I can get a lot of wear from year to year out of all of these pieces. And they also cover casual to dressy. When it comes to a gaucho or culotte, whichever you call it, I absolutely love this style year round. This is a weight that I can wear year round. It has pockets and it has an elasticized waist. It's going to be very versatile. Even though there are no belt loops, I can still belt it. So it's a piece that works really well in my wardrobe, and I'm going to show you how I style these. I recommend those highly. I also like capris. This time of year, capris are a wonderful option, and these have a bit of texture to them, so that makes them a little bit dressier. There's a button detail. So a variety of ways to wear capri. They're definitely nice if you add a heel, but you can also go more casual and add a flat with a capri. You can definitely dress up capris or dress them down. And of course, slacks. This is a wide leg pant, and I really like these. A wide leg is going to change your whole look. You can, of course, wear a more fitted leg or something a little less wide, but a wide leg pant, I think, just adds a lot of interest to a look. And I really do like the wide leg option. So if some of these pieces are things that you have in your closet already and maybe you're just not wearing, hopefully what I shared today will give you an idea of how you can wear those pieces and create some new looks for you. So I'm going to start with navy. This is a palazzo, and I love the palazzo because they are so very comfortable. I love the fabric movement. They're very drapable and a very comfortable piece for work or for casual wear. So I'm going to start with that. And to that, I'm going to add this navy top, has a lace detail on it, just it gives it a bit of interest. And so I'm putting these two pieces together. And for a monochromatic look, this is going to work. And of course, you can accessorize with gold or you can accessorize with silver. That is the versatility of navy. And for that reason, I do like navy. It is just so very versatile. You're not stuck to one metal or color when it comes to navy. So I'm going to add green to the navy, and that's going to give another option with regard to what to mix with it. And I think navy and green is a great combination. I do like that. But if I went with the green as an option, I would probably lean more silver than gold. Now you can do gold. I would just lean more silver just in the overall scheme of what's here. And for the shoe, of course, I would go with the navy blue shoe here. If you don't have a navy blue shoe, then you could go with something more natural. That would also be an option. Or because it's blue and it's dark blue, you could go with black. So that is also an option with regard to the shoe. And for the bag, I would still go with navy. If you've got a print of some kind that has this color in it, you could definitely do that and still pull in the black shoe or the navy shoe or whatever you're going to use there. So that's one way I would do the navy. Another option with navy is this shade of yellow. It's kind of a maize color, and I like this with navy as well. Now you could do a cami. If the sleeves are too much, you could definitely do a camisole with this or a shorter sleeve top. That is definitely up to you with regard to the weather, the temperature, that kind of thing, or just where you are. So I would put this lighter shade of yellow with this. I think that's a nice complement. And if I do the yellow, then I would switch to gold jewelry. But you could also do silver. I would just prefer the gold because of the tones in the jacket. So that's one way to do that. And another color option with navy blue. So that works well. And I'm going to show you one more option with the navy. And of course, we can do red. And I mentioned in a prior video that I do like navy blue and nautical looks this time of year. Now, red does not necessarily scream nautical. However, I do like the gold button detail here with the blue. And if I put white under this, that will get me to more of the nautical feel. But with the navy blue and the gold buttons, of course, I would do gold with the jewelry. I will put that there. You can see how that comes together. Again, I would go with the navy shoe or possibly black, depending on what you have. and that could be this look. So gold is going to be a favorite for me, but you have some options. So that's what we're doing with the navy blue. So I'm switching up now to brown, and I'm just going to show the brown pants. You could, of course, do the same thing with a brown skirt. I'm adding a brown cami, and if you wanted to do a print, of course, you could do that. And I'm bringing back the yellow blazer, and with the brown and the yellow, that is a nice option. And for this time of year, with this shade of yellow, it's still very spring, be very much summer, even though we're wearing brown. And for the jewelry, I would go with gold yet again. If you didn't want to do a necklace, you could, of course, do a floral pin to add some detail there. That's an option. And with this, I would go with a brown shoe or potentially a nude shoe. I wouldn't personally do black with the brown, but you could. I would keep a brown shoe with this just to keep things in the same family. So some options there. And with regard to handbags, you could do brown. You can do a combination of these. You can do a print. You can do a solid. A lot of opportunity there. Let's go back to red. Red and brown, I think, looks very nice together, and it's a great option instead of always going with the black. So if you do the brown and red, that's a nice combination. If you wanted to, you could add a print mix in here. If not, you still could do gold with the jewelry to keep it consistent with the gold buttons. Brown and red, I think, is a very nice combination of colors, and it's a little bit unusual. I don't think you see a lot in terms of brown and red as mixed together, and for that reason, I do like it. So let's now go with the black dress, and it can be any black dress. I have quite a few options when it comes to black dresses for the same reason that I have a lot of black bottoms. Weather, style, textures, lengths, shoes, the whole overall look as to why I have those options. Try to keep a few different style options when it comes to black dresses. This one I can dress up or dress down. Now, by dress down, I'm primarily speaking of something a little more casual with regard to a lower heel shoe or a lower heel sandal, something like that. And for the workplace, this is a great option. It is an easy wear, it's wash and wear, it has a little bit of stretch to it. And there is so much to do with a very basic dress. There is no detail, it's just a v-neck, A-line dress. So the photo shows you a print mix. I went with a black and white scarf, and I paired it with these shoes. Now, I'm not a heavy print mixer, but I'm very comfortable mixing a print if they're not necessarily touching. So being high on the neck, being low on the foot, that gave me some comfort in just pulling these two pieces together with the basic dress. Now, of course, with the black dress, you have a ton of variety with regard to what you put with a black dress. You can absolutely just do all kinds of things. Of course, if you're going to go with a simple blazer, you want to just add a little bit of interest there, you could definitely do that with a scarf, or you could put on a camisole beneath and just add your jewelry. So a lot of opportunity with regard to what you can put with the black dress. I really enjoy capris. I think they are a style that really works for me in summer as well as throughout the whole year. I wear these into winter, and with the heel, I found that this is a style that I really do enjoy. And of course, we can do a black and white combination there with the ruffle on the sleeve and the collar. All of that becomes kind of a focal point. I highly encourage focal points. I think they do a lot of the work, and you don't have to do so much with regard to the additional pieces. So when it comes to your tops and blouses, let them do what they need to do, and that'll save you some time as well as having to force yourself to figure it out. Just go with something that has a lot of detail to it and make that happen. If you wanted to dress it up a little bit, I'm going to bring in green I think green, black, and white is a nice combination. I think a lot of times the simple ways to do a third color is to go with red or go with fuchsia or go with yellow. But I think green is a great alternative and looks really sharp together. I like it with the white, with the ruffles, but you can also do some other color here. You could mix it with the print. I really like the green, black, and white together with green as a third color. So consider green as a third color when it comes to your black and white mixes. So let's change up here and go with a wide leg pant, which I do really like. And I think it just has a lot of interest there when it comes to the wider leg. So this is a weight that I can wear year round. I get a lot of wear out of this. And with it, I am bringing back, again, the white. And this time I am putting it with red. For those of you that are new, red and mixed with black and white is my favorite 3-color combination. I just think it is a classic look, and I really do like these colors together. And of course, you can go with, as a pop of color, pretty much any color when it comes to black and white. I think we tend to default to red as that third color a lot of times with black and white. But of course, we can do so with other colors. And yellow is one of those colors. Now, if you can see past the brown button here, do so. I pull this in for color only. And this is a great option with black and white, is to go with yellow. I would go with this shade of yellow versus this shade of yellow. In a prior video, I talked about shades of colors and intensity of colors. And to show you what I mean, you could definitely do either one of these with the black. But for me, I think this looks better with the black than this one. I think this kind of looks a little bit washed out with the black, because the intensity of color, the intensity of the yellow does not match the color in the black. This gives more of the same color concentration, and I think those work better together. So for me, with black and white, I would tend to lean with something like this. And then I would stick with brown as a closer match to this one. So going back to this for a moment, this is the pant that I had on in this photo with this shirt, and it was a popular outfit. It was a favorite on Instagram, and a lot of you here really like this. And it's just an oversized shirt, button down, and in the photo I decided to open it and wear it as a jacket. Again, find different ways to wear your pieces, and that's going to give you a lot more opportunity. And on the day that I decided to open it up, I added a brooch here, as you can see. And for the shoe, I have on a mule, and the brooch on the shoe coordinated with the brooch at my neck. But I pulled this brooch from a shoe I was getting rid of. I had kind of worn it out, but the brooch was too nice to throw away. So I pulled it off the shoe and I added it here to the mule, and that's what you're seeing in this video. So I mention things like that sometimes with regard to saving pieces. So if there's an opportunity that you'll be able to use something for a DIY project, that would be a great way to do so. So this is what I put together in that particular look. And I don't remember which top I had on that day, but you can also put in a black camisole with it to just give that black ground. And that brought that whole look together like so. So the versatility of a camisole versus a shirt underneath. I don't remember what that shirt was, but the camisole works fine there. So that's what this look was comprised of. So I just wanted to share some of these possibilities and color options with you to just give you some opportunity to explore your closet. Get into those closets, dig out those pieces you haven't seen in a while. I always say your look is in the closet, and some of you have attested to that. Just saying that you remembered something that you hadn't worn in a while. just based on something that I shared. And my goal here is to just help us enjoy what we have more, to wear those pieces that we take time to buy and bring home. So if they're in the closet and we're not wearing them, there's no value to us in that. If you remember the challenge from a few months back, just pull out 10 pieces you've never worn before together. See if you can create some looks from those pieces and give yourself an opportunity to just get in your closet and play. So if you can remember time gone by when you used to play in the closet and just try on things, you maybe did so with some friends or your cousins or whoever, and you're just in the closet, just trying on things. That still is a great way to see what you have and to wear those new looks that you create from that experience. We're not too old to have fun in our closets. So this coming week, I challenge you again to get into your closets. Spring is almost over. Summer is going to be here in a hot minute, literally. And it is an opportunity for us to find something new in our wardrobes. Everyone, I thank you for watching. If you have not already, please subscribe, like, and share. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until next time, bye.